Welcome back to Small Time Critics. I am Mohammed Hashi and I'm with
TRIZLUCENT.
And as you can see from the thumbnail, we are talking about the new Pixar film. We are talking about Elio. We are going into space.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean, we're sending a message up to space as well.
Oh, yeah, we did.
That's what we did.
What did you say in your message?
Huh?
What did you say in your message?
I will get into it in 1 second. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Hit the bell notification. What's wrong with you? And yeah, let us know what you think of this film, and we're gonna get into it right now. So you asked me what was my message, because thankfully, thanks to Disney, they invited us to a special screening of the film.
They invited you.
Okay,
I was his bitch.
This guy, you already started, bro. It's crazy.
He invited me.
All right, they invited me. I had a +1. I brought this guy. All right, that was it.
Would you be my date for the day?
No, I did not say that. I did. Why'd you do this? Why you?
I can't wait to come with you.
This guy. Why'd you always do this, man? Anyway, so we were invited, and we did this kind of like picture thing where you took a picture and then you sent a message up to space. And my message. You want to know what my message was? My message was, make sure you watch as many movies as you can in your life.
Damn.
That was my message. Nothing is, and I think that was very insightful. What was your message?
My message was stay in school, you know what I'm saying? Keep hustling, keep working hard, work hard for your family, and just be the best person that you can be.
That's actually a really nice message, man.
That was my message.
That's actually very nice.
This guy, watch movies.
But bro, watch movies. What am I doing right now?
I know.
I'm a testament, bro.
You are. You live in testament to that.
Exactly. All right, so.
Why you should watch 500 movies a year?
Yes, 100%, bro. 100%. If I could, I'd say 800. If I could, you know what I mean? But socially not accepted. Anyway, Triz, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Elio, what do you think of this new Pixar film?
I thought this was a good movie. I can't really say too much wrong on the film. I feel like Disney has been missing something. There's been something missing from the animated movies that they've been putting out. You know, we haven't had it's quite a high bar to say, but we haven't had a Toy Story in a long time.
We haven't had it up in a long time.
We haven't. And not that it's not on the levels of any of the two things we just mentioned.
Yep. But
it was a nice, refreshing film that I said, you know what? This was good, and this is strong. This is kind of what you need. I think the script was good. I think the animation was incredible, and I like the designs of all the different monsters or aliens, in it. And I thought it was just a very heartfelt story as well. You know what I mean? Like Elio, the young boy, unfortunately, has obviously lost his two parents, and then having to live with his aunt. You know, and it's that thing where it's the same story as Megan, really, but you know, it's like where it's two people who are both victim of circumstances.
Yep.
Not that the aunt doesn't love her nephew, but she doesn't have any children, so she's never had to care for another person. And obviously she's an aspiring astronaut or whatever. She works in this kind of space program thing, and it's like there's so many things about her life where she didn't expect that now she's gonna be dealing with a 8-year-old or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whereas him is just like he's very, very young boy who's going through a lot of emotions. You know what I'm saying? Obviously not even just like growing up, but just like the emotions of losing the two people that were closest to him that you know what I mean, that he knew automatically loved him. Do you know what I'm saying? He never had to think to himself, oh, does this person love me? He never had to question that. But with his aunt, he's constantly throughout the film questioning where the love is, because he thinks that this person doesn't understand him, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's a movie about understanding each other. Do you know what I'm saying? And I guess about time and patience. Do you know what I'm saying? And again as well, like finding because obviously he's constantly looking for acceptance. You know, and he constantly thinks that no one accepts him. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though he has his family relative, but he's constantly battling against her. But you know what I'm saying? Again, that's part of being young. That's part of not understanding, you know what I mean? Not having that kind of that kind of, his mind is just not developed yet to understand that kind of emotion just yet. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think this was really good. I think this was a very, very strong film. It had a lot to say. And I'm happy that I watched it, man. Because there was a moment in there where I was getting a bit emotional, bro. I was getting a bit emotional watching that movie. And I think it's one of Disney's best work in a long time.
You know what, bro? That's, first of all, great assessment of the film, bro. For me, I think what Pixar's so good at is telling stories about a time in a child's life where something monumental happens, where a real kind of like moment in someone's life where they have to like literally move into the next stage of their lives as a child. Where something big happens, where they find out that life isn't easy, it isn't black and white. There's so much grey in it, and a child having to come to terms with the death of both their parents is something that's huge. That's something that would be huge for someone, you know what I mean, of our ages, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I always give Pixar credit for literally going into story like with that as the kind of main through line. And I think overall this film is very, very good. I felt like the first, and we'll get into obviously spoilers, but the first kind of 15 minutes were a bit shaky for me because I felt like they were really over-explaining, like a load of exposition. And I know it's a children's film, but if you think about the opening of Up, where essentially it's a silent film, where you understand everything that's happening only through images, kind of thing, and you're not getting spoon-fed. Whereas I felt like there were many instances in the first 15 to 25 minutes where you were getting a lot of kind of stuff explained to you. But once Elio got into space and all that kind of stuff, because again, essentially the story is Elio wants to be abducted by aliens because he feels like there's no one on Earth that understands him or wants him. You know what I mean, as a human being, kind of thing. So he wants to go to space to find people that actually could be his family, to find some kind of kinship, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So it's the sequence where he's trying to get abducted was very funny. The whole kind of montage was good in it. You know what I mean, kind of thing. And I just felt like the movie really began for me once he was in the kind of like the consort. I can't remember what it was called.
Council of like
the Council of Aliens. That once he got there, that's for me when the movie began, kind of thing. And talk to me, bro, about the animation style and the way that they animated the Earth as well as how they animated space as well.
Yeah, I think it was really beautiful. Like this is the thing about a lot of the Disney animated movies, man. Like always feel like they never cut short on the animation. Like there is one film that I just didn't get. I think not that I didn't get. I just didn't think is great. The dinosaur one. I don't remember what it's called, but something like it's like a green dinosaur. Yeah,
I remember. Yeah,
whatever that film was. I didn't really think too much of that one. And the other one where the boy's like a mermaid or something. I feel like that one's called as well.
The Boy's a Mermaid. I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So there's for me, there's been a few kind of misses. Do you know what I'm saying? But this one felt good, man. This was a really good movie, and the animation was really good because it was like a spectacle. Like I like how they made space seem, because obviously space is like, you know what I mean, the final frontier. You know what I mean? It's the thing that's not explored or too hard to explore, if that makes sense, because it's endless and boundless. And it's like, especially when they made the ship appear. And it was like just an orb of just like kind of beauty, just like the things running around. It was like a planet even. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That kind of stuff. So I think the animation was really good. I think it was very out of this world, if I could use that word. And I liked it. I think it was solid. Even down to all the aliens. They all had, you know what I mean? You can
very unique designs.
You know what I'm saying? Unique designs. You can see all the mannerisms that they're trying to make as well. Yeah. Which is really good. So yeah.
And they're very funny as well, by the way.
Yeah, man. They were really funny. They were really funny. I always forget the guy's name, the actor and he plays like the bad guy, or not the bad guy, but like, you know what I'm saying? And this another thing I love about this film. You've got the villain of the movie, right?
Yeah.
But he's not a villain. You know what I'm saying? He's just a father. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a father. Obviously he has his own goals that he wants, because obviously he wants to be part of this council of aliens, because obviously all the planet leaders are all part of this thing. He wants to be part of it, but when his kind of loyalty to his son is like kind of challenged, do you know what I'm saying? It's a dad like going into kind of like
he's willing to burn the whole place down because he can't find his son.
Exactly. So yeah, this bro, honestly, this was this one really surprised me. I was surprised that not enough marketing for me personally. The way they market so many other movies, they haven't really done much for this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because they're putting out a lot of stuff this year or whatever it may be. So you've got Fantastic Four. So obviously that's going to take a big burden. You know what I'm saying? A big chunk of money to push that one out. But you know what I'm saying? Things like Fantastic Four don't need to be advertised. You know what I'm saying? Because the Fantastic Four going back to the flipping 50s or whatever 60s of comics. So, but something like Elio, which is a story that I believe should be told. You know what I'm saying? Because there's 100% individuals that are dealing with this or gone through this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's such a good movie to be able to, you know what I'm saying, kind of see yourself in. Because even if you can't see yourself in, obviously I guess the catastrophe part of it, you know what I'm saying, which is the obviously base of the story, but you can see yourself in something. You can be a father having tough relations with your kids. You can be, you know what I'm saying, a child that lives with maybe your aunt or your uncle that doesn't see eye to eye all the time. Not even a child, you could be an adult and a teenager. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's a film that has a lot to say, and I think the animation helps because it's a nice way to digest this kind of story, and I think it's just beautiful.
Bro, bro, you're killing it today. And I mean, really well said. Tell me what you thought, bro, of Gordon, the character, which was a great character, essentially Elio's friend, as well as the fact that Elio, when he went up to space, he then found out that essentially they thought he was the leader of Earth. What did you think of that as a story kind of like conceit?
I think him being leader of Earth, and it's adolescence, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if you not say I am, then I guess I am. You know, that kind of thing in it. So I thought it was quite funny. And Gordon, that's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. And it's like, he's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, obviously you're seeing these big alien monsters kind of things in it, and Gordon's like, oh yeah, I'm one of them. But that's just us when we get into our suit. When we're in our suit, that's how we look like that. You know what I'm saying? But we actually look like this. You know what I'm saying?
What did you think of the introduction? Because it was very scary. It's meant to be like horror, like
I thought
horror
he was gonna eat him, innit?
Yeah. Such a good thought.
Even the moment where they're stuck in the tunnel, he's like, "Get in my mouth." You know what I'm saying? He's got all these big razor sharp teeth, and he's like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Yeah, just get
in."
Yeah.
Well, you're not fireproof.
Yeah. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, I didn't know that. Jump in." Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, I like that character of Gordon a lot. And again, it's like, this is why I say this film is so powerful, because it just speaks on like friendship. Do you know what I'm saying? And especially when you make those kind of like bonds with like some of your friends, do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like you can be like from two different planets, but you can be from two different parts of the world.
But they're the exact same person though.
But they're the exact same person, bro. There's so much that they can relate with each other about. Yeah. And especially towards the end of the film, like you see that they actually got love for each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I know neither of them wants any of them to get hurt. They just want they want the best for one another. And this, bro, like, fam. That's why when I was watching this film, I was like, honestly, I wasn't like tearing up, but I was like, my eyes were like kind of watery. I was like, nah, this is a beautiful story, man. This is a really good film. It's a really good film.
100%. And for me, I think when the film towards its end, when Elio has to make the choice, once he's kind of saved the day, and he has to make the choice whether or not he stays there and becomes representative of Earth, or goes back to Earth to go live with his aunt, he essentially makes obviously the right choice. But it's a very, very difficult choice, because now not only is he leaving what he wanted, but also he didn't know that he was going to find like his best friend in Gordon, and he's got to leave him as well. And it was very emotional, and the way he kind of explained the reason why he had to do what he did, I felt was really, really cool. And that was the moment where I got a bit emotional. And I didn't well up like our boy Mo does. But I did definitely feel it, man. And this is where the film really came to the fore. Like the last hour of the film was fantastic, man. Like all the hijinks of them going back to Earth. You know what I mean?
And then trying to get back to the space kind of
thing to save Gordon, because he wasn't used to kind of the atmosphere of Earth and all that kind of stuff. Was really, really cool. And obviously every single person like on Earth with the radio, you know what I mean, trying to help them
ham radio,
the ham radio to get through the astrofield and all that kind of stuff. So that was very cool, man. Again, overall for me, I really, really enjoyed the film. I think other than obviously the start, as I mentioned, bro, I haven't really got any problems with the film, man.
Yeah, I think I couldn't say I have any problems with the movie. I think there's not really much more I could have asked for, if I'm being honest, man. It's not a perfect movie.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I just haven't seen anything from Disney Pixar. Like, I'm thinking I think they did Buzz Lightyear, right? Pixar did Buzz Lightyear, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Or Lightyear, whatever it's called. And it was just like, which obviously is from, from a spin-off from Toy Story, all that kind of stuff, innit, yeah?
Which I didn't care for, by the way.
Tell the story of Buzz, that kind of thing, yeah? Where it's like, with those movies like that, I'm not saying there's no heart in it, because there is, but the thing is with things like that, it always feels a bit manufactured, you know what I'm saying? Whereas when you get a movie like this, no one knows what Elio is, you know what I'm saying? There's no ties to it. It's a new IP, and it's like, just, I think the best thing about movies is when you can just tell, like, just take it back to the basic, which is the storytelling, you know what I'm saying?